Good afternoon, class. For discussion one question, I agree that religious knowledge helps Christian historians to have a great insight into religious history and the landscape of colonial times. It has been stated that history and religion go hand in hand. Religion is always deeply rooted in the decision making of history. Religion has many historical aspects that relates to colonial history. Having religious knowledge and belief help our founders regulate the laws of society, such as religious life, home life, and civic life. It was believed that having God's knowledge, you would be able to survive in the colonial wilderness. According to facing history and ourselves, God's purpose is not always clear, but we can still find comfort in knowing that God's plan is good and wise. Knowing that the knowledge is from God is a divine providence. The founding fathers found that using their faith and belief helped with making moral and just laws according to their religious knowledge, applying the Bible principles to every situation in life. With Christian historians, they could discern how religion relates to historical events and applies to history as a whole, and how God's work invisibly to help man understand knowledge. So to a non-believing historian, they may find this hard to digest because they might not have the spiritual insight a Christian historian may have to notice the religious details. According to Baha's article, The Relevance of Faith, this element is first in order because it is the key to the direction, the identification of which ought to precede actions. How can one act intelligently and constructively if one does not know in which direction progress lies, or even consider the Orthodox Christian belief in the original sin, whether progress is possible at all? And what is the biblical view of history? The biblical view of history are those who believe in God of the Christian scripture, believe that the world's history is purposeful, not just church history, because it's based on God's design for the nations of the world. Read Ephesians chapter 1, verse 11, Colossians chapter 1, verse 15 through 20, Daniel chapter 4, verse 34 through 35, and Acts chapter 17, verse 24 through 31. Christians believe that God is the creator of the universe and rules throughout all its vast reaches. This means that all of the reality is one under the control of God, and that human drama is part of the larger unity of God's creation. Ultimately, in his way, so the Christian's view maintains God is sovereign in the affairs of men. The Torah attributed most of man's misery and frustration was to poor choices or abuse of freedom, and believed that God will triumph. Thank you.